Cordial welcome, everybody. Let's all stand as we are about to wave that light and welcome Ma tonight at the very onset of our satsang. To all of you viewing live, cordial welcome to the temple tonight. And as we get set to do justice to Devi's discourse, prepare to receive her tonight. Put your hands together. And in simple language, Ma, tonight we gather together to listen to your holy discourse. We've been listening to your stories. We've been listening to your history. So much, Mother, so much. We are living. Thank you for the opportunity. Sajam Chavadi Sanyuktam Grahina Yojitam Mayam Deepam Grahana Devesham Shrelokyat Milapaham. O suno meri Devi Parvatavasini Tera Paran Paya Tera Paran Paya. From your heart, tell your mother tonight, Ma, please hear my prayer. Listen, Ma. You know, this course, every time you're dealing with Kali Mata, you'll hear my prayer. Shanti Ma. Shanti Ma. Because when she lets loose, if you're on the wrong side, you will get yourself in trouble. These discourses serve to guide you on which side to stand. Please remember that. Oh, Suno Meri Devi, Parvatavasini, Tera Paran Paya, Tera Paran Paya. Oh, Suno Meri Devi, Parvatavasini, Tera Paran Paya, Tera Paran Paya. Suno Meri Devi, Parvatavasini, Tera Paran Paya, Tera Paran Paya. Suno Meri Devi, Parvatavasini, Tera Paran Paya, Tera Paran On behalf of the Yatra New York team, we welcome you here to the Mandir. On behalf of Pujari Lenu and his blessed team, thank you for accepting the invitation. We've been discussing our mother, and last night we had the opportunity to listen to that discourse that covers why that pity is there, where she's putting the foot on Madhuri Baba's chest. And when it was finished, a lot of people were anxious from all corners to listen to that discourse last night, and for whatever internet reason, we had some challenges. So the lucky people who were here, they got to listen to the whole thing, and the people at home, some not so. But all morning, I've been getting questions and statements. Pandit, I never heard Sita Mata. Sita Mata, of all ladies, Sita Mata and Kali Mata. My response to you is this tonight. Do you know your Kali Mata? Tonight, sitting where he is, we know this form, but like a child saying, I never hear that, Baba. I never heard that discourse where Sita Mata is correlated or transitioned into Kali Mata. There's so many discourses where this goddess is summoned. Lakshmi Mata calls her. Lakshmi Mata changes into this form. Parvati Mata changes into this form. But my question to you tonight, if this is some form, as we were discussing, what Shakti really means. When somebody says, I believe in Shakti, I practice Shakti worship, I pray to this divinity. Why? And last time we talked about the different forms that Shakti takes. For example, the sensations you feel when you're watching the sun setting and you start to feel calm. For example, the happiness you feel when maybe as the mother for the first newborn baby and you get to see the little booty or the little foot and you're so in awe at this little body and you feel happiness, a different joy at this little form. Something is happening inside of it. When your mother cooks something that you get to eat for a little while, and you reach home and it might be simple food, a poor man's meat, but something about that reminiscent, home, the structure, the smell, think what I say. Sometimes you smell something and it carry you back way. What is giving you that sensation in our text as Hindus is a form of Kali. She allows the memory. She allows to forget. Think what I say. If anybody went through any hardship, you were picking on a husband and wife last night. People who have 39 years married anniversary, those 39 years had tribulations. But somehow, the lady has a power to forget. To forget is a blessing. To forget the mistakes people make is a blessing. Given by who? Kali Mata. If somebody says, I do her prayer and I do her puja, I have a blessing, describes the blessing. Well, Baba, you know what? This marriage was very hard in the beginning. It was very rough, to be quite honest. But by Mother's grace, I was able to stand firm. And to some extent, forget, not forgive, forget the missteps that my partner made. That sounds strange, Baba. Alright? Here's an example about how we just forget. You have a baby, right? If me and you they are cut on my finger, we cut with finger. Follow me? Pain. You take the knife tomorrow and cut your finger. You go say you forget the pain. If me and you sit down with a knife and we cut in my hand, so you know they go say something wrong. But the lady different. To make that baby, she went through a lot of pain. Agreed? More so maybe than cutting the finger. She's going through sacrifice. When the baby born and the first sanskar doing, when the Nam sanskar doing, the father just get to buy gold, gifts. Because now, because of her sacrifice, daddy gets all the blessing. Who gets the blessing when the baby born? Only daddy, gets to see the eyes of the next generation. That's why Baba, the baby born, we could check to see if it's good. Mommy don't do all the work. I hope you collected all the gifts. Make sure you. The mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the grandparents, everybody comes. They want to whisper the child. Blessed in the ears, the name that is right on the lip with the gold stick home. But they just have to give the girl gifts of gold and gifts of clothes, sari, etc. Because of a sacrifice. In the maternity ward, pain, bawling, all kind of things. Pain you never experience. Me and you talk about cutting my finger. Alright. But fast forward, play with the popo, enjoy the joy of children, and then you go hear the same lady correct me if I'm wrong. Boy, I feel I want to experience. But the pain gone. And you was in pain the other day. Ain't nothing more. I forget that. People go through hardships in marriage, people go through hardships in the job, people go through hardships in many ways. And the one way we overcome trauma is to forget. If you as a person held on to every hurtful, bad thing somebody did, you would live an isolated hermit life. You would never trust. You would never be able to mix with sister and brother or coexist with co-workers. Kali Mata gives you the ability to forget. And this is just one example. Do you know your Kali Mata? That's my question to you. See that? Do you know what you get or why you approach you? What you're praying for? Think about what I asked. Because somebody said, I did not know Sita could become Kali. So the question is, do you know your Kali? Because Kali cannot exist in this form for very long. We heard that last night. The destruction, the raw power, the unbridled rage, the destruction that will come. It is not meant to remain in that unbridled form forever, because if she's let loose, she will destroy everything. There is no distinction when she says, my children. There are many, many discourses with Durga Mata that she says, my children, I will save my children. In January month coming up, you will see something in the calendar marked Shakambari Jayanti. Shakambari is a discourse where people do Durga Puja but only vegetables. No puri and sweet rice, none of that. Cabbage, cucumber, and other vegetables must be used. Because when that form came, her children were starving. And she brings forth vegetables to feed them. So on that day, we offer, same Durga, normal Durga, Murti. You offer vegetables in that bread. But she says it there, I will feed my children. But you and I put distinction on who is she children. Her children could only be Hindu, Baba. Her children could only have hair like mine. She says her children. Her children. You and I think we look different. But inside the Jiva Atma, as a follower of Shakti-ism or Shakti faith, we believe the energy inside is the same. So I worship the energy. That is why we call it Shakti worship. That's what it means. We don't get tied up in the Brahmin and all the different hats that people wear. We go beyond that. Mother lives in everybody equally and shines bright. She shines more brighter if you're honest, truthful, sincere. There she lives. That is where she is home. Do you know your Kali? Tonight, we have to be very careful in what we know. And I want to use an example of how, when we hear something, and I'm using this example so that you can understand it, right? When we hear something, how we sometimes will get carried away. Remember when we was young? Taran, you ever buy a teddy bear for somebody? Yeah? You know when Baba was young, long before Guru Maya, and it had the little friend in school and the little girl he liked and so on and so forth. You used to buy teddy bear. Agree? Valentine's Day is teddy bear, right? You know what's the story behind the teddy bear? A good boyfriend buys a teddy bear, you know. But do you know the story behind the teddy bear? Theodore Roosevelt, the past president of the United States. Please listen. Once went to hunt and a bear attacked him. So he shot him. The village, I say village, the town general store created a stuffed animal and they call it Teddy's bear. Teddy's bear. As a symbol of his triumph over the bear. People started to sell it. It became popular. There is no correlation between this vicious animal called a bear and love. However, I have heard, I use it myself, I have heard it is the requisite gift to give the kill. So as a fool, your pundit bought many teddy bears in his youth and gifted many people teddy's bear because somebody said that is what you do. Did you ever fall for that? Think about what we hear in our temples and our religion and may not be rooted in truth, but we hear something. Tonight, let me talk a little bit about your mother. And don't get catch with teddy bear. That is an animal, if you go too close, you'll bite. I don't know the message you're giving you. There are many examples of mother working with Lord Shiva. They have a very artistic relationship. These two people are really two actors. Somebody once said, how Lord Shiva is so crazy, man. Last time we talked about how he licked off his son's head with a tissue for a child. What is this? But then we talk about the backstory. There's a reason for it. How come he named wife burn? Sati Mata burns. Sati Mata dies. But this is Lord Shiva's wife. You didn't know when she got in trouble when I come? Think about what I say. There's a backstory for that. Do you know that backstory? Mother did something. It's a lila. It's a play. Sri Ram and Lord Shiva are very close. We said it last time, they're one. If you could pray to Shiva, make sure you could pray to Ram. If you love Ram, make sure you love Shiva. That's their relationship. Lord Shiva makes a pronouncement. If you question Ram, I will disown you. I will walk away from you. I will give you up. And it so happened, and it is referred in Tulsi Ashram, Tulsi Prithram, that Sati Devi develops a doubt about Ram. She says the powerhouse Vishnu is encapsulated in that little man who is crying for his wife Sita. And Shiva Baba in that moment, he says, I have to distance myself based on my word. I have to keep them a truth. So he says, Devi, if you have that doubt, go and test it. Go. And this is the part, you know it. She takes the form of Sita. They're in the forest. And she goes and Sri Ram looks at her and he says, Sati Mata, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Where did you leave Shiva? And she felt ashamed. But Lord Shiva, resting on that tree, knew that they would have to separate. Now they're no longer the lovebirds. Now he sits with her like a teacher. And there are many examples where she's asking him questions and they talk. And he started to drift away. So when the play by Dutch here, and tomorrow night we're going to do more. When the play, when the burning of Sati Mata had to happen, Shiva was already geared to walk away from her. People talk about the burning body, we talk about the Agori, and when you go Varanasi, they're burning body, side Ganga. Tell you why? Because when Sati Mata starts to burn, and Lord Shiva has that burning corpse in his hand, and he's bawling, Lord Vishnu has to take the arrow, because so long as Shiva is engrossed in her, he has no time for nobody else. The whole universe started to go haywire. She is burning in his hands. Sati now, and Lord Vishnu at that distance had to shoot the arrow to burst the body. And when he burst the body, and the body parts, started to fall. One example, the left breast of Sati Mata fell in Varanasi and the body is burning. And Shiva Baba went and he collect all the ash. Everybody like the bad talk, the poor fella, because he have asthma, ashes on his body, right? Where did the ash come from? He went and he was talking to the burning body of Sati and he says, Ma, watch how much I love you. I wear you. And he quoted the burning ash onto his skin. That is where it started. Till today in Varanasi and other places, those kunds where bodies burn is still burning. It still happens. When he started to bawl because now he has on his body, he started to cry. Who know where the tears fell? You wear them. Oh, you never wear regrets, Mama? You never see this? Rudra, Lord Shiva, actually the eye drops, the eyes. When he starts to bawl for her, when he's realizing the dead love is on his body and tears start to run down his face and it drops to the earth, the trees of these beads start to spring up. And he says, wherever this is, I am there. This is why you wear it, is a guard, is a protection. Baba is wearing because when you go by this house or that house, you don't know what jungle you're going to meet. So Shiva have to be with me. This is why you wear your mala. This is why when you, Krsna and your Baba, wash it in what? Milk, dahi, how you call it? Ghee, cow mutra or cow urine. Here is getting all the puja stuff here. And the gobar, the fighting that comes from the cow. That is what cleans something. You clean it, you sanctify it, and then you use it. Then Shiva is with you. If you ever go in somebody's car and you see, this is why he is there. This goddess and this husband of Shiva have such a funny relationship. See there. But the idea of karma is so integral in their discourse. She comes back as Parvati. She did come back. And she did fight to marry him. And she get him eventually. And in Brahmavaivat Puran, she wanted to have children. There are many discourses where she wants to have children. But she cannot have children. Parvati Mata never has children from the belly. When she gets the daughter Ashok Sundari, why it was used, how you call it, salt and cedar. Ashok Sundari, the daughter of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, is the one who gets cursed to take the life or the energy of soul. Madhav Baba says because of the shrap, whenever they use, and you ever went in what is called the Indian store and you see something like kitchen queen? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? There's a masala named kitchen queen, it's referring the daughter of Shiva. She became the essence of soul. We use salt to overcome fear. We give salt food. We share it. Wherever it is given, the person is afraid of something. By the daughter of Shiva, you will overcome it. Krishna. That's why when you do Shraddha, it's about salt food. I share salt food. I put salt in the cedar. I abstain from salt. Why do you fast from salt? What's wrong with salt? Afraid of a failure exam. No problem. Fast from salt. Karma. How you give is so you get. Anything you have a fear for, use it with salt. There's one more. When you worship, how you call the form of Lord Vishnu, the lion head human body? Narsingh Baba. Oh, Gambhira Mahavishnu. When you call that form and you offer ghee mixed together with salt, the fear of phobia, the fear of living people that wish to harm you, attack, legal matters, etc. Those fear in inverted commas, have to go. That one child gave them. Ganesh Baba is not conceived. There are different discourses that talk about him. She's grieving in Brahmavaivat Puran China and she prays to Krishna. I talked about it last night when they wanted to let her give Shiva and Dan. And she says, from a husband. It is one of the discourses you will hear Mother talk about marriage. She says, listen, I am not going to give up my husband to have a son. That is madness. From a husband I could get 1,000 children, but from a son I could never get back a husband. A lady's blessing is at the side of her husband. And bless her if that husband be a righteous, good man. By doing the duty, she says, there I will find liberation. Parvati Mata lectures them about the value of standing with your husband. Too often, ladies today want to be friends with children and cross husband. But in our Dharma, it says you stand in your marriage. Beat him inside. Club him. Privately, but don't embarrass him publicly. Anybody can make a mistake. But there must be a way to fix it. In fact, the Quran tells you the girl who enjoys belittling her husband, don't worry, karma says in the next life, the soul comes out of the human body and you become a louse. Because you will feed on the blood of the goose. Mother, in that example, grieves to have children. And have one or two that maybe you don't know about. Do you remember the discourse where Parvati Mata get vexed with Lord Shiva over food? Think was he never went to Shivratri night and you see the share the world by the lingam. Anytime. All the nice barfi, all the different things, all you fasted, but they don't share the stuff by the lingam. They don't take it from the lingam and give it to you. You know, one, there's a rule. Please remember this. If you know your prayers, please remember this. What is offered by the lingam remains by the lingam. What is offered by the lingam never jutai. Don't do it. Why? Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu together one day and they were sitting talking. So Lord Vishnu started, you know, sometimes when you get in that conversation it is go far, it's going good. Lord Vishnu is in the mode now like Guru. And Lord Shiva gets to ask him, why is the sun in the east? Why doesn't the sun rise in the west? When will this, that and the other, they're going on? Lord Vishnu is providing all the answers, anything, any story he has given him. When it was finished, the blessing is to feed your Guru. In our Dharma, you always find a way to repay the individual. You do it. No? When you go satsang, and satsang finish, and they pass in the arati, why do you put the dollar in the arati? Remember you doing it, eh? You're doing it. Do you know why? Mommy tell me to put it on the truth. The truth is, what you're doing is, karma is playing again, and I don't want to take the knowledge from the pundit and walk away with it and owe this person. When I take the information and I hear something and from today I will pray better, I might understand my God better, I might approach my prayers differently, change is happening, subtle or major in my life. I don't want to owe you pundit. Please accept this gift. Thank you, Krishna, upon Guru Dakshina. So, one way to do that with your Guru is to feed him. Baba, after the first finish, please, we have some biscuit and tea. Eat something. So when you put the Guru to eat now, the tradition, I don't know if you ever had it, Guruji just take one morsel from your food and feed you. I did it last night, I take out from my pasla parsad and feed people, right? But from your Guru hand or Jota is a blessing. So Lord Vishnu said, Shiva Baba, come, let me feed you. Boom. I'll leave this little bit here for you, this little morsel. This is your blessing. Please have it. Thank you, I'm so happy with your food. Good. Shiva Baba, see it for yourself. If it was you, everything gone. And as it gone, he started to feel the glory of the Lord, the heat, the light, everything inside of him. Run home to tell Shiva. Parvati Mata, you wouldn't believe what happened that they had this wonderful day and I get to eat all. You think she was happy? He thinking one way and she thinking different. Where mine? You is the Lord at this house. You supposed to lead we, not lead you alone. Where is my share of the prasad? None? Okay. Your wife is nothing. What about your children? Them is nothing too. I put a strap on your front today. This is the power of the lady. I put a strap on you today. Nobody is going to eat your jata. This is why anything that is offered by the lingam is called Shiv Nir Malayam. It belongs to him. You ever hear Shiv Arpanam? I hear Krishna Arpanam. Tingwasi. We offer to him when it have Yagya and you see that the ladies then put out by the book, the parsad by the shaligram, the parsad here, there, and it had the lingam, they take up and they go and carry to mix. But the one by the lingam, leave that right there. Always remember that. If you have your lingam home, learn about your God. Only understand why I'm doing this little introduction. This is not a discussion. This is your backstory about your goddess. It happened one day now, the people, afraid she, you know. Afraid she. You realize she can put strap on him. She's not the docile character that some people think she is. One day she went to war in Kali Mata Roop. She take the form and she come back by him and she say, oh, she Baba, the teeth press out, as I tell you. It burst in she own lip, cutting she tongue. Where the blood come from? She didn't drink blood. She own teeth so jagged and crisp and cross with the rage, with the force. The lady cutting she own lip. And Lord Shiva watching it and here find it attractive. To be honest. Remember, between the two of them is where all the sexual energy comes from it. Understand that between these two people, the propagation of any race is discussed in detail in the sutras. So when Shiva watches in that way, she find, you know, here, like here too keen to me as husband. As a husband, Lord Shiva understanding his duty. He's not like me and you. I'm too busy girl, I don't have time to pay her a compliment. Than me and you. Read your book. When Shiva married Parvati Mata for 10,000 years, that man dropped everything and went on honeymoon. That's the truth. That's the truth. When you're a householder, you have to have priority. And householder life is husband and wife first, everything else after. Priority. Lord Shiva is watching Gina kinda different way now. Here to please. And mother getting irritated. You don't like this form? He said no. No. I like the other form. Sit down. I like the other. She said, what other form? These are nice. These are wonderful discussion. You get in trouble again. What other form? And when I have no rata, we just do Gauri Puja. Gauri means beautiful. That's what the word Gauri means. Fair, gentle, no bags under the eyes. When she Tara Mata form, one of the Dasma Vidya, she body a wrinkle and she old and jagged hair and grey hair, different form. But is that don't like that form? I like the Gauri form. Mother in that form, you're looking young. You have your figure, you're shapely, you explain everything and you talk out your mind. And she said, oh, you don't love me. You love me then. You don't love a woman, you love a pity. Oh Shiva, you're blind. She said, I bless you, you have one more eye. You ever wonder how come he alone had three eyes? Not Vishnu, not Brahma, nobody else. Watch good. Because you don't understand a feeling. If you really loved me, you would understand that the male body is a little stable. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the female, in puberty, her body has to physically change. In pregnancy, she has to physically change. After pregnancy, the belly doesn't look the same. Well, again, menopause coming has to change. The bone shrinking. If you say use a fat, how much bone you make? See? How could we compare the act of lady and the man does have a part to drain off, yes? But the lady in that baby making machine in the belly is taken from her bone mass and is making an entire body. In the stretching and the maneuvering of the hip girdle and everything that has to happen to bring that into the world. You think I will look the same? You think I will be the same? Then you don't understand woman. You like a pity. It is as if we're falling in love with this murti. This is the mistake some people is making. I only love her here. Do you really know Kali? She says, oh you fool, and she transforms one more time. And she takes a form, Baglamukhi form, where, forgive me, all respect to the ladies here, the bosom a little older. The form is different. She's not young, not like how these murkis look. The hair is jangled, like matted locks, but grey. Wrinkled, and she started to allow her body now to transform into her older one. She says, I'm the same Parvati we're talking about. And they're supposed to love me now. But if you love Kali, and this is the message of Kali Mata, where do you find the room to abandon a woman? I say it again. Abandon a woman after 39 years of marriage. Who are a young girl now? But you bring the Kali and doing Kali Puja. But you abandon her in menopause, you abandon her in pregnancy, you abandon this lady in different ways. Then you don't know Kali. Parvati Mata reprimands him, and it is because of that he gets the third eye. Have some vision, friend. You're blinded. This Parvati and Shiva have many discourses like this. Remember I said that same Parvati was in Kali form? Just now when he says I only like Gauri Mata. Tonight we're going to listen. We're going to listen to the Lingam Mahapuran chapter 106. Lord Shiva is going to dance for her. Lord Shiva is again with the actress, the Madhuri Dixit, you call, which name you want. They're going to enact another Leela here for you. Mother and father is going to do something for you to listen and to see. But again, remember where we start. Remember where we start. Do you know your mother? Don't get tied up with that teddy bear. It's very easy to get tied up like that. Let's join together. Who talking here? Sudji is speaking the sound of Krishna in the holy field of Naimisharanya about a Leela. A Leela that is playing off with mother. And the Munis want to hear, could you please tell us about this dance that Shiva dances? Could you tell us what makes this man dance? The Tandava Stotra is written by Ravan, but the dance of Shiva has always been there. But he doesn't dance for everybody. Nobody is worthy of that dance. Ravan tried to get him in. And Mario Baba squeezed him. But when Parvati Mata wants him to dance, he dances. Please listen as we get into this beautiful discourse about your mother tonight. जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम 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 भोले बाबा तब शरणम जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम त्रिपति ये कथा ये शंभु किनारे क्या पता ये याती बहुखा ये हंस ये याती सुनो यार खन्ना ये यातम जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम धनुका को असुराये लभायते कन्हाये फलये अग्नि सेवा योजन ये याति जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम 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 जय सांब सदा शिव 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 तब शरणम सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम उमापति महादेव की जय. The Munis are talking about the different incarnations, the stories of Lord Shiva in the Ling Puran. And the Munis ask, I've heard Lord Shiva dances. How did it start? Simple. How did it start? When did this dance first happen? Who was the first person to watch it? Who got to witness this dancing form of Mahadeva? We know the Murti. The artist tries to show the sway of the body. The hair is open and swinging in the air to show how this man was spinning. The dance of destruction is sometimes how it is called, because when that energy, when the cage is let loose, anything, just like last night, when her foot went on the mountain, it crumbled. The power of this force cannot be let loose just like that. It destroys, truthfully. Too much energy, too much Shakti. Just as if me and you, whilst electricity has a lot of potential and benefits, light, sound, all these things, if it is harnessed, it can be transformed into something good. Chuck your finger in a plug, and the same energy, when overloaded, will damage it, kill evil. Tomorrow night we'll talk about Nyas. Tomorrow night we'll discuss, you see that shake people get? Tonight when we were singing, I felt something, and people say that. I went in that prayer and I feel something. You see people shake. What is happening? I saw somebody touch somebody, and from one individual something transferred. And then they started to rock. Like this. Sometimes more violent depending on the moment. What happened? What is that? This is the hint. Has to do with something called Nyas. Another example of that. Everybody here went to prayers at some point, and somebody says, did you get the perfume? And do you get the perfume on your hand? Somebody says, you are the Hindu. What you just do that for? Simple question. Me, the Baba says, the perfume. I didn't smell it too nice. It have a reason. You ever see older people do so? Right? Tomorrow night we'll talk about that, because you're doing things. Let me agree. Just a little example. You're doing things, but I don't know why I'm doing it. That's the point. And in this yagya, dealing with Kali Mata, some of the things that we are doing, we need to clarify. Because the Vaishnavite knows who he is. He knows no onion, no gyan. Simple example. The Sanatanist knows who he is. How to do puja, how to fast maybe. If I become unclean, I need to do certain rites to become clean. But in Shakti faith, in this sect, sometimes we don't know who we are. We don't understand the concept. We don't even know what we believe in. So if somebody come and say, this is Shakti worship, and that is Shakti worship. Well, friends, just like how the boat in the ocean last night, when the current carries so, you will go so. And when they carry it this side, you will go so. Because you don't know who you are. This is a problem we have. And this is why Kali Yatra wanted to do this. Not to Mama God, but to teach you about your mother. Please understand that. If tonight in my tone, if in my language I mention words such as breath, everybody, please understand that it is part and parcel of your dharma, whatever I say as it respect. The Munis start to say that Skanda, or who is called Kartik, is speaking to Ganesh, Vigneshwar, about this dance. Big brother is talking to younger brother. Younger brother says, could you tell me the first time daddy danced? Who caused that dance? Who did that? And why? Skand says it has to do with a very wicked demon. A fella by the name of Durga has prayed. And just you know the story, bad guys pray and they get blessing. Who did he get the blessing from? Remember the first night in Berukata? Brahma feels he could dispense Shakti. I will give you power. You want power? I will give you power, no problem. I will make you powerful. You want that? I will give you that, no problem. And when trouble comes now, he's helpless. And what does the Devi do? She laughs at it. You're fool, and you the powerful person. Aren't you the person who could dispense power? Or are you looking at me as the powerful one now? Because he didn't understand Shakti. If you are controlling the valve, follow me, I need you to understand this logic. If you are holding a hose, I'm about to water a plant, and I control the valve, open, close, plenty, little bit, however you want to watch it. Does that mean I am the water in the hose? Or I am just controlling the valve? Somebody give me a job. What is in that hose is different. And that water in the hose, in my little example, is the same Shakti that is formed to give you different structure, mountain, hill, car, male, female, whatever. She is everything. So now, the demon has prayed, and there is no female warrior. Again, for people who still like to pray and say, again, watch out, we people confusing it. You're too young. You remember when our Rata used to be 3 days Saraswati, 3 days Lakshmi, 3 days Durga? You remember that? All you remember that? Up to now? You know how many people, Baba, what day is for Saraswati again? This is we own Hindu people propagating this so it have no Kali Mata in Nora. There is no Rakta Beach discourse. There is none of that. In the Navratri war, she went in the camp in the night and fight. You know the story of Rakta Beach. Come on. That didn't happen. No. Devi Bhagavad doesn't have this. Remember when your Chachi and Chachu ask you them kind of question, say, watch your Saraswati and Lakshmi Piti and show me which one have a sword in it. It's a little bit of misinformation, to put it like that. And we people were shrouded in that for so long. This is just an example. Because we didn't know we got this, man. You call yourself Hindu, what do you know? It did not have a female warrior. Man and man alone will go to fight. So what does he say? let me be destroyed by a female warrior. It didn't exist, so how are you going to kill him? He's a very smart boy. He prayed further that when he thought about a weapon, it must appear. When he calls upon some ferocious fire, it must come to him. So not only is he impenetrable, but he is so powerful now that if somebody comes close to him, doom, destruction coming. Let's hear what happens. One by one, all the builders go to fight, and they lost him. Yadevi sarvabhuteshu shakti rupena samstita namasasye 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 into the body of Shiva. For this moment they become one. And she goes inside of him to dance away. Don't ever get between husband and wife. Put God on the ugly, don't do it. Mother goes into his throat. And knowing that poison is sitting here, she starts to dance to ease his throat. She's always, the world could be happening, but she's always studying her eastward. Her focus is her husband. And even in that moment, she says, oh, let me do this for you. And she goes and she's dancing, spinning in that throat. But whilst dancing in that throat, this beautiful glory is being smeared by the halal poison. And her body is becoming dark. She is becoming kala, dark black. She's becoming burnt. She's becoming vicious. The tongue starts to come out as she's choking with the vapors of that poison. Kali Mata is forming. She knows the truth. But he does not want Brahma and all the rest to know her form. He says, not everybody will know your truth, mother. Not everybody will know the history. You ever find it strange? You never hear this before? There's a section before this that says, do not read this for fools. Do not read this for people that do not believe. Pundits are guided on what to read and what not to read. And if you have the courage to listen to certain things, to get that blessing, what blessing you'll get. God will put you in place to hear it. But when you have it, you remain like there with ignorance. See that fool we dealt with the first time Brahma, where Vero has to decapitate that man because of his ignorance. Don't be Brahma. Don't do that. Mother is swaying in his throat. See? And he's telling her, Devi, what you doing? Let's go. Pay attention. The shortest part of this discourse is the actual fight. Kali is not a murderer. Kali is not to incite violence. She is not here for you. Oh, Shama Patla, that's some crazy people mean I'm going to pick up a class too. She also means truth. She also means dedication in a marriage. So when you're going to stand in your spouse, no matter what poison it has in your life, then tell me you're following your footsteps. It's not only one thing in she hand. It has some people put meaning to things that they want, what they want to see. And that's wrong. That's just like you tell you. That's like you tell you, get that? When she jumped out, she started to scream. The vapor of that poison. She pities her husband. She always pities her husband. She She goes for Brahma. You will never learn your lesson. This sinful fella called Brahma is the example for me and you. Because we continue to make mistakes time and time again, we don't learn the lessons. Mother is appearing in front of him and she says, you will never learn your lesson. I give you a little position, I give you a little crown on your head, and you're always causing monsters to be created. It is always from you. You always take hold, I, to give. And then when you give it, why can't you control it? Why are you bothering me and the three-eyed Lord? Don't you know his throat is burning and you come to bother him? I come to fight now, I'll save my children. I will save my children, but you will never learn. You, she says, you are the true monster in this creation. The monster bad, but who made the monster? She says, this is why nobody does your puja. Do you forget that? Nobody does Brahma puja coming from the burial discourse. But it is I who keep them from doing your prayers because of your ways. That head of yours is too heavy. Of all the triad, the three main ones, he's the one with plenty. He has a lot of gyan, but it's useless. Gets himself in trouble from Krishna discourse in every form. Kali Mata says, I go to do your bidding, O Ishwar. And Shiva says, O Vijay Shri, the goddess of victory, blessed are you that when a person needs to win, depending on the fight. So Mother gives you health. She gives you wealth. Please understand, it's a fight to pass the exam. It's a fight from this anniversary to next anniversary to get that birthday candle. It is a fight. And that victory that you're looking for, to overcome what the fear that you have. You know it is to go and get stage 1 kidney failure. The doctor thinks he sees a lump in the breast. That fear, this is where you go into your own fight. Internally, Kali Mata is there too. The fight. She says, I go to save the children. She doesn't say, I'm going to save only the men. It have Ganesh temple in this world today. The girls have to sit by the door like dog. And they cannot go and bathe the Ganesh. They cannot change his clothes. They cannot offer him prasad. They cannot do his worship. But God, right? There is temple in today where it have class. Brahmin sit in front and Sudra sit in the back. It have that. When you go inside Baba Ashram, for example, people sit to eat in different places based on their family name or whatever. That exists. But in her temple, forget the color of your skin or the texture of your hair, brother. It is the Jiva Atma we watching now. And the energy that is blowing inside each and every person, we know it. Gita says it's the same. Mother says, I will save my children. Again, remember that word? And she rushes off into battle to face Durga. And Durga sees the woman and he's intimidated because she is fearful. She's fierce, but no words. This is not Durga. This is not the one to talk. When you come to shoot, shoot. She is swift. Do you know why she doesn't wear the jewel? In the Raptor Beach discourse, she's the camouflage lady. Dark as night, when they slept in the camp and everybody's unaware, Kali Mata ran through the night slitting throats to destroy them. What couldn't be done in the day had to be done in the night. The gold would shimmer. But her dress is the hands, the intestines. We talked about the Munda Mala. Thread cannot hold skulls. She ripped apart their stomach and she took out what she gave them. And she decorated her body in this fearful, fierce way. When she's running to them, they died with fear. Daruk now standing on that battlefield, all the deuters are watching. And Mother relentless destroys all. She rips them apart. And if you ever see where Kali Mata is standing with a trishul, this is that discourse. She uses the weapon of Mahadev Baba to destroy them. All the siddhas, all the pisach, all the people that live, the forms that live on the cremation ground, they are howling not for Lord Shiva, but he is watching his lady in action as she is running wild like pestilence. Imagine if she's fighting you, I understand she could kill you, but before she touches you, then fear. Imagine me saying heart attack. That's what children don't understand. Fear. And he is watching how effective she is. But Durga is destroyed. Quick. No resistance, no battle. This is not Ram and Ravan, this is swift. But Mother doesn't stop. Very trouble. She cannot tell the difference, all his children. There's no rich poor, there's no Brahmin Sudra, there's no fair skin dark in all his children. And if her children is doing bad, you're going to get punished. Remember the example. We don't have a devil in our religion, you know. Remember this. The devil is a very useful figure to say the devil is busy. And everybody says the devil is a busy man in other religions. We blame him for bad and God is rewarded with the good. But in Hinduism, the mother is a mother. I don't know how it used to work in your time. But mommy would celebrate when you do good. You get it. The same lady, the same eyes, you know, when she saw what you had, you know, stop. You know about that? When that lady watch you, immediately she transmit all the information. Stop or else. You know, stop. Whatever you're doing, you are doing wrong, stop. And the lady is saying a word. But the same lady from the celebration and the love and all the play and all the church and everything could turn and be to the best. Leave it, I just always tell play. But you are mere fatting. This is not fat. It's swelling. When that lady don't beat you, it's swelling. But it's the same mother. In fact, Karmacharya will say, you know what? She's doing her job. She's a good mother. Look, she's disciplining her children. The children are taught discipline. A good mother. Bhagavad Gita says, how do you know you're in Kali Yuga? Chapter 1. Find it when you get a chance. When the ladies of the home, ladies of society, stop doing their job. We could put what as, you know, robbery, crime, hardships. It's Kali Yuga. What are you going to do? You see, when your mother stop doing her job and stop teaching you and training you and ringing your ears, table manners, toilet manners, whatsoever, then your life, your existence is in Kali Yuga. We work for the womb we come from. This lady is the pedestal that projects you in your life. She pushed you to do your schoolwork. Big difference if she didn't. She make you learn how to play flute and drum. She make you learn how to say the mantra, come and rest your big head by the multi-foot. Or not, think about where your life will be. Or not. Tua me wa mata, you are my mother. This is how that lady gets that title. Because of the value she is in your life. This is your mother. Kali Mata is in the mode now. It is time to reprimand her children because they're gone crazy. They're doing crazy things. And Lord Shiva is watching. Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam. 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 Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Guru Dhamaya Tasyatam. Yagni Kalikashwari Shwaishwar Ishwaru Krishti Kala Kala Shasyatam Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam 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 Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab all the goblins, all afraid zombie, right? The zombie now see that she's going to kill innocent. Mare Baba, stop she. Mare Baba, she's going too far. The buckle down, the bar down. She's going to kill innocent. She's confused. You let loose the storm upon you, and now we can control the storm. The energy is roaming. Hold she, Prabhu. Only you can pull she back. That bridle, you have to hold her. Otherwise, destruction is coming. Research. Where's research? Brahma making seem to feed on you. Both of his hearts and he's cutting the hair away. Don't let them come and suck the energy. Feed on the person. But they won't follow Shiva. Guys, this partner. So think who punishing you. Now they're working for you. Save them. Save them. What does Lord Shiva do? He didn't allow punish us. All the powerful divines, he can kill Ganesh, he can do this, he can hold poison in his throat, he can do anyone. He didn't know that can connect you. I don't know where that comes from. Is telling Ganesh, Mami wanted to have a child, she was grieving. In different discourse, she said, oh Shiva, what a fool am I to have the breast of a mother but never feed a child. I never get the opportunity to feed a child milk. And Mahadeva knew this, anchoring inside his head. He knew this desire was eating at she core. But now he makes her so proud. He's lost, he's seeing her spinning. And he fills his heart with this sentiment. I want to fill her, I want to give her everything. And in a moment, he turns to her baby, sitting in her pathway. And all the craziness, all that she was doing, swinging the four hands, she saw the child. And all the monster she was, she had to pick up that baby. And she picks up the baby to the left breast. And Lord Shiva starts to drink. He starts to suckle. What does he drink? Imagine it, mommy. You get vexed already with your children. It is happening. And then there is do something. Something that is do wickedness. You should have had that Krishna any example. This child will do something. And you with your heart, they go, oh, nice it is. Every time my mother, grandmother now, you used to cut me tail when I did that same thing. But now you get grandchildren, you get soft. This will really care. Where that softness has come from, where that change has come from, where you went to school to learn to love a child. The blessed time moment that this breast would be the mark of a mother. This is why when you're in the hospital and I want to burn mommy and baby, how did you do it? And somebody just had to drink from somebody else. That attachment cannot be compared to anything in God's grace. This woman, when Lord Shiva was drinking out all the rage, all the shakti, all the power, Mother became so and so caressing, so merciful, that Lord Shiva was so happy that you just gone from my body, but look now, I come and I feed it off for you. This life is so funny, straight from all, that he expands himself into the eighth form. And what does he do? Holding the Trishul, the Tandava dance up, and he starts to circle her as she's feeding him and the entire creation. Let's go, everybody. that moment to please Shiva. The energy that he was pulling from the breast, he took it and he expanded his body into the different forms. When you hear Hanuman Baba is too much incarnation, down the road, in the beginning, there were some forms. Too many to go into details, but there were some forms. One of them is Agora, giving you Agori, when we was talking about first night. Mario Baba dances to please her, to entice her, to win her. And now she shanties, Parvati Mata comes back. But it is in that moment, the maternal instinct is linked with the bosom of the woman. It is in that moment when triggered by tears, by the birth of the child, whatsoever happens, milk starts to flow. God bless you if you could do it. When the day the mother dies, the funeral, who is a son? Who is a son? Some people say if you don't have a son, your soul will burn. He's kind of stupidness with his here sometimes. What is a son? Because I've heard people have blood-related blood from the womb comes son, but they never act like a son. Karmacharya, somebody told me, well, she gave she daughter the house and land insurance, gold bearer, everything. Let them do the praise. It is half son and then it is half son, agree? So then what is a son? A son does two things. The day of the funeral, out of respect, shave them. One. Secondly, the person lift the box. That is all. That is it. So who do have a son? Adopt a son. Adopt a stranger. Adopt a pundit. To answer that question. But why lift the box? Please remember this tonight. This breast of this lady has a lot of symbolism. From here came the milk that gave, I use it myself, gave me bone and muscle. Right? That is the instrument that gave you the marrow of who you are. Colostrum, however you call it. Mommy dies now. Mommy and I don't want to owe you for that milk. Remember we paid back. When the neighbor sent the cucumber in the basin long time, they sent back 2 tomatoes. I don't want to owe you. Remember why we put the dollar in the terrier? I don't want to owe you. Your mother is no different. In this life, we born alone and we go alone. We cannot owe anybody. So you pay back even your mother's milk. In this example, how you take the same muscle and you strain to lift the box so that she goes from here to where she has to go for her rights. For journey to begin, mommy, I pay you back. That is where the son repays that debt. This breast is also used, have you ever heard, I don't know ladies, this is your type of satsang. When somebody dies, the older ladies might be able to dive in here. When somebody dies by drowning in the sea, how do you get back the body? The sea won't tell everybody, we can't find him, we know he drowned, we know. But the mother wants back the body to do the final rites. What does she do? Go on the left breast by the water side and run water, all respect everybody, run water on that breast and beg, what was mine, give me it back. 1, 2, 3, somewhere up or down, that body going to come. When you see the wedding part going on and the boy rests his hand here on the bosom, it have an explanation for that too. Because now he's going to join to make his family. I am pulling you in into mine. Remember I tell you the boy they get in when he get married? This boy is doing this today as a sanskar. God bless him, he looking nice. But this girl is signing a contract for pain, suffering and work. How long do you she might get a little tell me? What is a lot of work? So the boy has to account for all the physical pain. Physical pain that she will go through. That back is going to hurt. That belly is going to hurt. And you causing that pain. So the boy does something called Vijaya Homa or Havan to beg, dear God, please forgive me. My selfishness is causing trouble here. In the last part of that, Havan Kali Mata has to be called. Because of the trouble with the breast. The trouble, what is the trouble? When the milk wants to come, but the nodules are blocked. For the ladies who know how to gyrate with picker, if somebody cannot, the milk is not running, but it blocked right here like a lump, you press it, it's soft. How do you fix that? Let me just say you have a nice baby tree and you get a long picker like this, but you could also use rose flowers, like we say in whole countries. And you take the picker and you say in prayer to Kali Mata, Om Kan Kali Kali, and you pull. You're not piercing, but you pull it. And with the picker, but there's this course why we use picker in certain flowers with picker in certain prayers. There's a purpose behind that. And then in certain prayers it's not supposed to be there. 1, 2, 3 milk running. And in many instances, such as when the lady going through menopause and they have different troubles. Troubles is the word I want to use. Kali worship is used to help bring stability in this lady that sometimes the lady is so erratic compared to the man. Everybody is a man and woman equal. Agreed? And equal. You're mad. Think about it. Watch how the boy have it nice. Puberty come. Boys crack. He's a macho man. That is it. It done. The lady now, she going through physical change. She body developing more than likely she have pain. Go forward. Honeymoon. One is macho one in pain. Children coming to our appearance. Equally father and mother. Agreed? One is macho man, one in pain. Pain when womb drop, when back with it, pain. When stretch mark and different mark, pain. You're watching yourself and your score and forget people. Pain, different kind of trouble. Baby time to born, how much daddy feel? Pain. Fast forward, 50 years reach, what they are about. Daddy is still a macho man. The lady now, anyway, she getting a heart attack. She can't sit down in a car and watch the floor, so she wants to vertigo and all these other things, menopause. So one day Brahma asked Mahavishnu, how you just know who becomes a woman and who becomes a man? Fair question, eh? Listen to this. He says the two of them are blessed. The souls are the same. There's no male soul and female soul. You could be a female in this life and the next life is a man. That is why we as Hindus are not supposed to criticize people who have different understanding of gender or sexuality. One day we'll discuss that, where that came from. Sri Ram is one president that says I accept them all. If they are the same, but they express different because of karma, that's what playing here. How? He says the soul in the boy has a little inca amount, more blessing. Watch how I get in trouble now. Because I just said the girl is a little more sinful, right? Watch your life and see if your life isn't mad with pain compared to the man. In fact, Guru Puran says the lady belongs to her father and she's born. Yeah, her name, you know your name. Is he name, he give you the name, he was spreading your ears, going, you know, accustomed, he likes a little bit of salt in the food, little bit of pepper, you know, learning the art of cooking. And then boom, you're born from that house to this house, transform now, change the name, learn to cook different, act different, be different, learn everything, start it. You get accustomed. And then one day you'll have to ask your son, you're coming by the pharmacy, you're coming by the doctor because you now belong to your son. The lady is such that her life is marked and pegged against other people. You might have your desires, you might have your wishes, your dreams, but when the children call for milk, that takes precedent. When husband calls for something, that takes precedent, truthfully. When your father calls for something, that takes precedent. And the lady is such that she gives away her heart, her body, her bone, her milk to everybody and sacrifice herself. She cares for herself last. that heart of yours, if you're doing that, this is where it says, if the lady just does her duty is so complex. Don't compare her duty to the man's job. That's not fair. Her life is sacrificed. Her life, just to get through this lady life, is work. I'll show you an example. If me and Terence cut my finger here, we want it dead. Fred is always laugh at me. They play a big man, right? One little pinch up, you want it dead. Mommy, wife, everybody had to come to my rescue now. That's the truth. Hopeless. If I were to understand one period being once, just once, and I die. These people live in pain perpetually. And they act and smile normal. You want to see the strength of somebody? Imagine I cut my finger and I had to come and smile now. Oh, you're mad? I cut my hand, but you're stupid. I just cut my hand. But you know how your mother is doing? No matter the burden, no matter the stress, no matter the work, no matter the physical pain, mommy just remember to smile with you. How? You could imagine you come home on any given day and your mother is smiling with you. That smile have a lot of value. When she happy, you immediately happy. If the husband walks through the door and the lady is smiling, warm the shoes. We're on now. They're going to be held to pay me shut my mouth. How you just do that? Never underestimate that statement. Do your duty. In doing your duty, you will get the salvation. There is where the Kali Mata is dancing in your life. Because in your body, how do you get through with what you have to do? How do you deliver that child? How does that hip really open? How does the breast make you milk? How? You teach me that with all the gadgets and all the science we have, you make milk on your own. Plug in something in the wall and create from bone, solid bone. Think about what I say. The magic that goes on in a woman is really divine, and it is deserving the respect. There is where your Kali is going. There she unleashes her mysticism every day. But if only you could treat it with the respect it deserves. Lord Shiva danced and she calmed down when she saw what he was doing. In this entertaining way, he was so happy with what she did for children. You ever see a man say, "I'm my wife"? My wife did good and she bring a nice baby. When the baby knocked down her head, come see what your son doing. The ownership will jump quicker. When he do good, I'm a boy, you know. And as he do something questionable, come and see what your son doing. You see it in the discourse with Yashoda and Krishna. Come see what your son doing here. And we just laugh. But while the father just juggle ownership of children, maybe it is happening, one or two incidents. But you can be bad as you want. A mother will throw each other. And this is what Kali represents, that even on your worst day, with your worst mistake, even when you commit the abortion, even when you commit the adultery, even when you make these mistakes, Kali is not the one like Vishnu, Brahma, and Mahesh that have certain requisites. Do this ritual, do this vrak, do this, do that, and then I will take you. I will take you as flawed as Ravan, Brahma, everybody. I will take you. I will mold you. You will be better. You might never come back, in all fairness. But I will take you. She doesn't turn away anybody. That is a mother. That is the mother. That no matter what mistake I make in my youth, I am still coming to you because you will take me for who I am, not who I am going to become. Think about it. Because what we do is we lie. We lie a lot. I'm a barber. I was shown. I use it myself, right? I have a degree. I'm a good husband. That lie. We all make mistakes. But in front of that mother, you better learn to be truthful. You better learn to talk the truth and ask for help. Lord Shiva is the one, he said it when the breast started to come down with age. He said, me like that one. Me like that one. That's the truth of the book. I like when they're young. When the marriage losing the heat and the passion. When husband looking like you want to watch other cinema screen and you're watching your TV home. It's Kali mantras wives use to pull back the husband and the marriage to come home, come back. Come back. That is where these things come from. Mother is helping you because trouble does come. You don't. Your Hindu have praise. But it is Hinduism who gives remedies for the blood pressure, gives remedies for the diabetes in the Ayurvedic way, as well as with the mantra way. When you have diabetes and the foot swelling and it want to pop, like the water want to come out, do Arham. Arham is another name for Varun Dev. You have to do the job, for example, Sunday hours, morning, lunchtime, night. And the same sugar, sugar is diabetes, will lick up some people rapidly. You will live with it, you will have it, but it calms down. The medicine starts to become more effective. Kali mantra is used when the person's womb is not working. When the womb is inverted and it is as if the seed cannot reach the womb. Her mantras is used in prayer to make what impossible possible. Do you know your Kali? Do you know your mother? In every day in your life you will have battles. But if you think that lady is standing by Pujari level in that murky alone, then you do not know your mother. You are a stranger to the truth of Kali Ma. And all you are doing is fooling yourself. I am a Kali Bhakt. I am a Kali devotee. I am a Kali this, I am a Kali that, but you ain't no Kali. True. Right? This type of yagya is not a break and beat, but that will break you and that will beat you until you learn. I don't know how it used to work home by you, but that lady home by me used to beat me until I learned my lesson. And he used to encourage you, quick learn. Okay, you know what, Alex? Likewise, in your life, learn about your mother. So maybe you'll save yourself from tests and hardship. If you are fed up of strain and stress, maybe you could do more. As you did say to Vashish Muni, I will take form to give you pressure. Of all the forms that we break in, Durga announced, I will take what we call the matrika, the Sodas matrika, and in your marriage with your children, remember what we said, when Shashti is happy, children will be born. When she is not happy, that same lady will cause that womb to drop. Miscarriage. When she is happy in Savitri for many anniversaries, when she is not widow after 2 years. She is truly the mother of everything. And she is the one playing with your life. I don't know if you are Brahma and you feel you're controlling the hose. So the water in the hose is yours, but nothing you have is yours. Like you learned the first night, you have a little crown on your head, you feel a bit, take off the head. Instead, realize what gifts mother gives you and make the best use of it as you could with the time that you have. Because only so much you have. Principle Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Kartik tells Ganesh, this is where Daddy danced for mommy the first time. She was the witness to the Tandava dance. And after that, people called on him to instigate pralaya. Because Who is doing the pralay? Lord Shiva does dance. It is here when everything has to be destroyed. He dances in this way. But it is really Kali Mata who doing the destruction and he dancing for she. She is the worker. She is the water inside the hose. He just holding the hose. That is what they represent. And when you, as a believer of Shakti in this sect, you acknowledge the role of the mother. It doesn't mean that Lord Shiva doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't mean we disregard it. That same lady will have a problem with you as we hear last night. Don't treat your husband bad. You'll hear more about it tomorrow. But understand who she is. She's like this very well-kept secret that people tend to pass over. We know the mother in the house has a role in them. But just, she's just a woman. And did you see it every day? Somebody get a bad drive and look like a woman driving a car. And you make the rogative statements, Sometimes it's really a lady driving a car. But this is your dharma. 50 years ago, women weren't allowed to sit for pujas, they'd sit to me. 50 years ago, you couldn't touch the pundit foot. You're a young lady and you could come and touch the multi here normal. If you come by me, you could bow to me, right? No problem. But long ago, you would hear, how you can bow to the next man's foot if you're married to or something. And just as in those days, a woman was less than, in today's world, you have people who are transgender, bisexual, different things. Nonetheless, people are downtrodden because of who they are. But all are Kali Mata's children. All. You didn't create them. You didn't cause them to be that way. If I said everybody who put color in their hair here tonight, bad. If everybody who dyed here, Lord, someone telling you, bad, you're going to do stupid. Because that is not a fair statement. Where that comes from? Show me where they say gay, trans, or any other bad. Because years ago they used to say woman was bad. They used to say widows. Even today in India, widows are bad. Do not have long hair, shave off your head, live like a vagrant. Same term I used to say, a good wife, when the husband dead, go up on the fire and burn yourself alive. That's a good wife. It's true. And as we evolve and your Kali grows with you, and you understand what? You are growing in that mother. You are learning. That mother is holding you, walking every day. One day you creep, one day you crawl, next day you walk. And as you're growing in your dharma and in knowledge about your dharma, remember what the Gita said? Knowledge is the boat that will ferry you across the samsara. Mother is waiting for you, But not in the form you think she is. Not in this. In your body, we're going to talk about your body tomorrow night. Why you just put the perfume on your hand? Why Pujari just touch you and something just happen? Why we just touch hand? Why we just be bare feet when you come to the temple? Why you touch the multi? What's the big deal of taking the light and passing it over your head? You're doing it, It's just you just see a Kali in it. You don't understand what it is you're doing. So in order for me to conclude this Yagnas, some of these tidbits of information, nothing long, nothing boring, trust me, you had to walk away with that Kali tomorrow night. Please be on time. You will enjoy it. Principle of Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Before we do Arti, I have Karmacharya. Could you give us your blessing, Babaji? Few words, song, anything you choose to do.
प्रेम सोमा काली माता की जय. Please clap your hands and close your eyes and join me in short prayer. Hari Om. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sansita. Namastasya Namastasya Namastasye Namo Namah. Om Kali Kali Suri Kali Sachaman Kali Mangai Draupadi Parmeswari Marva Keshava Gosine Shri Raghunatha Jaya Rama Nirangari Purandari Suri Sukhi Bhagavai Shri Mariyama Yinata Respected Guruji, respected Pujari Ji, all the Tandavas, all the wonderful Pujaris here, namaskar, namaskar to all of you, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and children of the Divine Mother rightfully stated tonight. My name is Vijay, I'm a servant of the Divine Mother. I thought Trinidad had dark water until I went to Guyana. And when you go to Splashman, you go to the creek, you will see. My friends took me to Linden, where they had splash min or splash spin, what it's called. And the water was dark from very far. I'm like, we gonna bathe in that water? They say, yeah, that's the blackest water. I'm like, I'm not going in there. That doesn't look clean. But there was a lot of people there, and all the tourists came, and they were in the black water. I'm like, what's the secret for the black water? Check one. What's the secret for the black water? And when I went closer to the water, I realized it was clear. It's not dark. The water was crystal clear. But from far away, it was dark. That's her. From very far away, she is black, yes. And she's very dark. And any form of God, in Christianity, in Islam, Santeria, whichever form of God you worship, whoever you worship, whatever you worship, from far, yes, they will look very dark. As you get closer to them, they reveal themselves to you. And you see, wow, oh my, you're the most beautiful thing. You're the most purified thing. How foolish I was to use these five senses that you blessed me with to judge your infinite form. Because that which is finite can never understand that which is infinite. Oh my, forgive me. My dear friends, we are so blessed, and I call this an ashram, not a kovil. And the reason I say an ashram because it shares knowledge. Yes, it's good to come on Sundays, and Pujari will give you all the facilities. And Jerry, from now to next week, he will do it because that's who he is. He will do it for you. That makes you happy. But if you're not learning, you're not understanding why, Jerry, why pray to her? He will tell you, go pray to this lady. Why? We are just wasting and recycling. And today we have a beautiful opportunity. Tonight, this Yajna and this Kovil, this ashram keeps doing it, and by extension the Kali Yatra is doing it to bring knowledge. And we have to evolve, you know, because he wouldn't be in Jarius one day, and you will want to take the same name for Jari yourself. Will it work? I don't know. But you have to evolve through knowledge, and our scriptures has everything. Our Vyasji, from ever since I've known him and always we hear him, he will go at great lengths to bring that same concept to you, so that even my children will understand exactly what needs to be said. And every one of us here tonight will walk away with something. Not a box of food. Yes, you'll get, please, promise you. Not the RT. Take back something tonight, my friends, please. Take something back with you tonight of Mahakali. Who here, just show your hand really quickly, felt chills in your body when he was describing Mahakali dancing in Lord Shiva's throat? And yes, I felt I was lifting off the roof here, well, the floor, to the roof. I felt my body was expanding. And when these boys were playing the tass on the drum set, I felt I was expanding even bigger. I saw her in front of me. And if you're not yours yet and you think that, you're still looking at, Ma, why not me? What did I do? Where's my blessing? Surrender. The key is to surrender so she can reveal herself to you. Don't look down on her. Surrender. Look up at her feet. And the answer is there. It gives me great honor to be tonight, Taran Ji, to be here to celebrate this COVID, always knowledge. Wherever knowledge is being disseminated, I'm here, I'm there. Not every night, but I'll be here. Taran Ji, Pranam brother. It takes a brave soldier of the Divine Mother to say, we will promote Kali. Yes, Kali. Yes, the word of God. It will take a great soldier, and that's one soul, him. We all are here tonight. And so the South Jamaica Mahakali Temple is here also. My friends are there. All of us left over. Stephanie is here. My cousin from Canada is in Quebec is here. We all came. Why? Because one person said, I have an inspiration. Let's do something special. What? Let's share knowledge. And we have to support that. We have to go to temples. Terrence, thank you, brother. I learned something. Now when you go to Mahakali Murti and watch her, oh my, I know a little bit more about you. We thank you, brother. We are grateful. We are indebted. Thank you so much. And to the staff and administration of this Coville, we see you, staff and administration. The cooks, the chefs, the vacuum people, they are very important. They're very important. So give respect to everyone. Taran Ji, thank you.
Before we close, remember the first night I told you people use our mother and they beat this lady. Maybe in some lady's life you live that. Everything you do, you're back. She's no different. She's bare-chested. Remember we talk about that breast? She's lewd. She's encouraging nakedness, vice, avarice. Do you understand why she's bare-chested tonight? And where that blessing and that relationship with Lord Shiva comes from? Two places that is explained, the Raktavid's discourse where she has to be naked, to take off the jewel and the shimmer of the sari, to go into the camp, that no light must reflect it. But also because of Shiva and this blessing of drinking milk, she wants to remain in that way. And when you embrace the power of the female, then you're seeing the goddess, and this is where we're going tomorrow night. This is where you're seeing the goddess, not only in this form, but in the form, in your body, inside of you, worshipping, working, because what could you do without the goddess' permission? Sometimes people think she lives here in the ashram, in the Coville, in the temple, and when I go outside and I beat my body and I take drugs and I do different sins and I do different actions, she ain't seen me. But when trouble come for you, oh man, that's too rough, boy. Oh boy, God do like me. He didn't like yourself. Because we just put yourself in trouble. More on that tomorrow night. Agreed? I hope you enjoyed the discourse tonight. But you see how much we have to learn. You see how much more we can discuss. Remember Teddy's beer. Remember that Teddy's beer, and watch how people use marketing to manipulate you into getting the ideas I did. When the girl love you, buy she a teddy bear, but this is just a man killer bear. And we emulating this too. It's just like Black Friday, we talk about that. Black Friday say, oh my God, everybody going haywire. But Black Friday was the day when you could get 2 Negro slaves for the price of 1. No, that's the history, that's where it comes from. And you are loving it. Sale, sale, sale. Oh. And when you don't know the backstory, you fall for anything. When you don't know the truth about your dharma, you fall for anything. There are people who will tell you they know the birth of Christ is not the 25th of December. They know that is not the date. But let's still celebrate it anyhow. There's precedent where bad information, misinformation takes you away from your God. That's my point. And we have to be careful with that. We use our places of worship to find God, not to find a different, more convenient way of God. And we take these moments to learn about God. You find your way back to your mother, God bless you. Dear, agree? That's the goal, right? Please learn about your mother. Please get to know, reintroduce yourself to Kali Mata. Put it. You know how to make parsa? Learn. You know how to vacuum the carpet? Get into it. Don't do it for me or for Pujari, do it for Shiva. What did you do for Kali today? But you know you want next breath. You know you want more help. You always want that. You can imagine if she could talk to you, how she would treat you. Last the children. Only one. Don't be that type of child. One day, you come in tomorrow night, bring one flowers for she. Start small. Do what you could manage. You come in here, God gave 2 foot. Did you go and bow to that murky? Little things make a big difference. I was taught when you come home in your mother's house, you make sure you sit down. I don't know what your mother teach you. Did you bow to your mother when you come in? Check yourself. Be honest. And see if you have room to improve. If we sing and celebrate only, and we get into discourses, but we don't talk about how to improve upon yourself. The katha might sound nice, the drumming wonderful, and you have such a wonderful time, but you miss the point. This is to help you grow. This is to help you improve. So tomorrow night, Pujari, we'll take a check. Who come to meet the mother and sister and how to show. Let me see who paid the respect. Isn't that easy to do? We have to make parsa. Don't spend no money. Just come and tell she's married. Fair point? Let me try. Prem Samala Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. You sing our song for you tonight? You sing our song for you tonight? Everybody, let's stand. We're going to do a little arati. Put your hand together, ladies, if you have your cover, cover your hair. This is for your lady. Have some respect for you. Mom, we want to do the arati as an offering of light and deep energy. And as we wave this light around you, we ask you to remove the burden of sin that is upon our shoulders. Mother, I am a fool. I'm a very stupid person. I'm learning, Mom. Bless me to remember. Bless me to learn. Bless me to do better. Please accept this fool. Sajancha Varti Sanyutam Grahina Yojitam Mayam Deepam Vihana Devesham Trailokya Timirapam. Go ahead. Everybody who do it, anybody who wants to flower, come with an idea, let's do it. you sincerely for a place where we can come and pray and learn about ourselves, to learn about who I am, what I come from, and what I believe in. Mother, thank you for giving me the permission to listen and practice martyrdom, listening to pray, and learning, digesting, and understanding you. Dance in my life, dance with prosperity, dance with happiness and health. Bring that joy, Kali Mata, to my life. This is my prayer. And as you reveal yourself day by day to me, bless me to have the drishti or the vision to see you. When you save me from an accident, when you save me from a sickness, when my child passed the exam in different ways, thank you for winning the trial, the tribulation, the battle in my life. Mother, bless this heavy head to bow. Bless this body to acknowledge you and remember you in all your forms. Man, thank you for tonight. Tvameva Mata Shabita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem Sarvamapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai, Shri Kali Mata ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Sitaram everybody.